Hey guys, welcome to Rosie's Dessert Spot. Today I'll be demonstrating how to create this top forward rainbow cake using a template by Cass Cakery. This video is sponsored by the awesome people over at My Dream Cake. You can find all the materials used in this tutorial at the My Dream Cake website listed in the description box. I'm taking the two halves and creating a template out of baking paper. If you can see here, I'm cutting inside the line by about half a centimeter or so. We basically want our baking paper template to be smaller than the actual Cass Cakery template, and this way it doesn't get in the way of our buttercream when we're applying that final layer of frosting. This stencil comes in 3 different sizes. We're using the middle size today and applying the baking paper to both halves. With the second half, I'm applying it onto a cake board that is much larger than our template, and this is what's going to be used to build our cake. With the loose half that we have there, I'm going to cut down my cake and then from there cut on the inside to make it slightly smaller again. Basically, I want some space to be able to fill in with buttercream. If our cake was exactly the same size as the template, we wouldn't be able to use the edges of our template to create a smooth finish. So just cutting down a little bit smaller again. Here I'm making sure that it's to size. Continue with the other half. And then once you have all your pieces ready, we can start building our cake. For this project, I do recommend like a pound cake or a mud cake, something nice and firm that holds its shape well, especially when it's being positioned upright. I'm going to apply a really thick layer of frosting directly onto the baking paper. We're going to smooth out the edges with a frosting scraper, add our first layer of cake, and then continue building as you normally would. For the very last layer of frosting, we're making sure that it's nice and thick, and then we're applying our template with the baking paper side down. I'm going to use 2 frosting scrapers to make sure that it's all nice and lined up and centered, and then filling in with a crumb coat. If you wanted to, you could pop this into the fridge before the crumb coat to make sure that the top template doesn't move. I just went straight in and it turned out nicely. Smooth out the sides with your spatula rather than your scraper because you won't be able to fit the scraper in there. Into the fridge she goes for about 20 minutes to half an hour and apply your final layer of frosting. So I'm going in nice and thick, scraping it off with my acrylic scraper, going around, pushing that buttercream into as space as it needs to go. And then you can also just use your spatula to cover any of those larger pockets. And you basically follow through with this process until you are happy with the finish. Quick note, you can see that at the very bottom there are some dark patches where you can see the template and some white patches where you can't yet see the template. The key here is to be able to see the outline of that template all around the cake. That way you know that it is the exact shape of your template without any bulging edges where the buttercream was still too thick. When you're happy with the finish, into the fridge she goes for at least 2 hours if you can, and then using a very thin spatula, I'm just going to go underneath the template and lift it off. If the baking paper is still attached, you can gently peel it back. Our buttercream should be nice and firm, so you should be able to do this without any problems. From here, add another layer of buttercream, very thin, just over the top to clean up any spaces that had a bit of pockets and holes. Clean up the edges. And then probably the hardest part of this whole cake design, tipping this cake upside down. You're going to need to pop that back into the fridge for 20 minutes so the buttercream sets, and then place some baking paper on top, another cake board, and very carefully flip that upside down. Now we can remove that last side and follow the same steps again, cleaning up the top edge with some more buttercream. I found this next part to be the funnest because you finally get to see what it looks like when it's standing upright, and it's just so satisfying. But basically, you want to take that baking paper, reach it up and over the edge of your cake board, apply some buttercream onto your display cake board. This is basically the buttercream that's going to hold onto the cake. you want to place it at the bottom of the cake, lift up the baseboard, and then very easily just tilt the cake until it's standing upright on its own and it no longer needs support. It's still chilled, so we can move it with our hands if we need to reposition it to be totally centered and aligned on our baseboard. And there you have it. That was so much fun. Here we're creating the rainbow. So to get the rainbow the exact size that we need for our cake, we're going to be using that template again, dusted with some icing sugar or cornstarch so that our fondant doesn't stick, and we'll build it on top of that. For the fun rope effect, I'm just taking 2 logs of fondant and I'm just rolling it up until we get a nice dense rope effect. You can fold it from the corners or just use your hands and run in the opposite direction. So if one hand is pushing away, the other hand is pulling the other side of the log towards you. Line it up and then continue on with your other colors. I've used gel food colors to color my fondant, and this was Bakel's fondant used here. And the beauty of this is, so long as it is the exact shape and size as your template, it is going to fit onto your cake flawlessly without it being seen through the sides. Make sure it's all nice and compact and close together. Trim off the base at the end of your template. You're going to get so sick of that word by the end of this video. And then we're going to use a brush with a little bit of water to stick everything together. So I'm just going to be running that brush along the edge of wherever 2 pieces of fondant touch. And you'll want to follow this through all the way to the middle. We do have a little bit of cornstarch on our template, so it's not going to stick. However, if you want it to be a little bit more cautious, you can add baking paper underneath your rainbow. Leave it to dry overnight if you can, and then stick it onto your cake with some buttercream. To make sure that it's well and truly on there, I'm going to take a fondant smoother and just pressing and smoothing that out and helping it to stick to the front of the cake. And that's it. That is how you create a really easy and fun rainbow top forward cake using the Cascakery templates. You can find all the materials used today at the My Dream Cake website, linked in our bio. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you do recreate this, we would love to see it. Hashtag Rosie's Dessert Spot and hashtag My Dream Cake so we can check it out. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one.